I now invite the Secretary General of the United Nations, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, to make a statement.
Mr. President, Excellencies, the ideals of the United Nations, peace, justice, equality, and dignity are beacons to a better world. But the organization we celebrate today emerged only after immense suffering. It took 2 world wars, millions of deaths, and the horrors of the Holocaust for world leaders to commit to international cooperation and the rule of law. That commitment produced results. A 3rd World War, which so many had feared, has been avoided. Never in modern history have we gone so many years without a military confrontation between the major powers. This is a great achievement of which member states can be proud and which we must all strive to preserve. Down the decades, there have been other historic accomplishments, including peace treaties and peacekeeping, decolonization, human rights standards and mechanisms to uphold them, the triumph over apartheid, life-saving humanitarian aid for millions of victims of conflict and disaster, the eradication of diseases, the steady reduction of hunger, the progressive development of international law, landmark pacts to protect the environment and our planet. And most recently, unanimous support for the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement on climate change provided an inspiring vision for the 21st century. Yet, there is still so much to be done. Of the 850 delegates to the San Francisco conference, just 8 were women. 25 years since the Beijing Platform for Action, gender inequality remains the greatest single challenge to human rights around the world. Climate calamity looms. Biodiversity is collapsing. Poverty is again rising. Hatred is spreading. Geopolitical tensions are escalating, and nuclear weapons remain on hair-trigger alert. Transformative technologies have opened up new opportunities, but also exposed new threats. And the COVID-19 pandemic has laid bare the world's fragilities. We can only address them together. Today we have a surplus of multilateral challenges and a deficit of multilateral solutions. I welcome the General Assembly's 75th anniversary declaration and commitment to reinvigorate multilateralism. You have invited me to assess how to advance our common agenda, and I will report back with analysis and recommendations. And this will be an important and inclusive process of profound reflection. Already we know that we need more and more effective multilateralism with vision, ambition, and impact. National sovereignty, a pillar of the United Nations, goes hand in hand with enhanced international cooperation based on common values and shared responsibilities in pursuit of progress for all. No one wants a world government, but we must work together to improve world governance. In an interconnected world, we need a networked multilateralism in which the United Nations family, international financial institutions, regional organizations, trading blocs, and others work together more closely and more effectively. And we also need, as the President said, an inclusive multilateralism, drawing on civil society, cities, businesses, local authorities, and more on young people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretariat has marked this anniversary by conducting a planet-wide consultation. More than 1 million people around the world, and particularly a large number of young people, have made their voices heard. The participants shared their fears and their hopes for the future. They believe that international cooperation is crucial to tackle the realities of our time. They noted that the COVID-19 pandemic made this solidarity even more urgent. They underscored that the world needed universal systems for health and basic services. People fear the climate crisis, poverty, inequalities, corruption, and systemic discrimination on the basis of skin colour or gender. They see the UN as an instrument to build a better world, and they are counting on us to be able to rise to the occasion to face the challenges of today. This responsibility falls first and foremost to member states. These are the member states who founded the United Nations. It is their duty to invest themselves fully in it, to feed into the organisation and to provide it with the resources that it needs to have a true impact. We owe it to we, the peoples. We owe it to the peacekeepers, to the diplomats, to humanitarian personnel, and to all those who sacrificed their lives to progress our common values. I pay tribute to all members of staff, past and present, for their devotion to bring to life the ideals of the UN. The founders of our organisation set down to work while conflict was raging. Today, it falls to us to chart a path away from danger. To cite the terms of our charter, it falls to us, the United Nations, to combine our efforts to accomplish these aims. I thank you.
I thank the Secretary General for his statement. I now invite the Secretary, in accordance with the General Assembly Resolution 73-299, I now give the floor to His Excellency Abu Abari, Permanent Representative of the Niger to the United Nations and President of the Security Council for the month of September.